All right, perfect. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Today we last played this on Christmas Day. Is how long it's been since we played and uploaded on the channel. I'm gonna do something real quick. So even though I'm recording a video, I'm gonna pop this into my be right back slide real quick. All right, sorry about that, but yeah, no, I don't remember what's going on, so see. But I can never forget these words right here. Am I lagging a little bit? I don't know. I can't tell. Hopefully, the video that I uploaded isn't lagging.
You're here to slay her.
No, it's 2024. This is gonna be the first video of 2024. I'm pretty sure.
Of the world. Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
Oh, I also have a mouse now, so this game will be much more easier.
Unfortunately, you're the only one who can pull this
Ooh,
off.
yeah, I had to put a lip in. Sorry, guys.
Make the rules. I wish I
Trying
did.
to put the microphone a little bit closer to me.
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous.
We know
She
this
is not
from last
dangerous
episode,
because she's locked up.
but yeah.
And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything.
Yeah, whatever.
Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
We're still trying to save the princess.
You make your way up the short path.
I just noticed the hero. I haven't heard the hero yet. Come on.
The interior of the cabin is almost...
Might make it a little easier. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare, the air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. The princess really lives here. Slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Is it now?
Hello? Is someone there?
I hope this didn't restart me, but it's only 8:40, so you can play this for a while.
Hypnotizing.
There he is.
It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed. How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever. Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
You
Look
walk
at
down
her,
stairs
it's the
and your eyes on
princess.
the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
Why is she only chained up once to the, if she's such a threat?
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Guys, if she was a threat, she'd be chained up twice. But she's only chained up once. And even though we've learned from the last episode that she does end the world, kill us, all that good, lovely stuff, it's like, I'd let it happen.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Nope, I did not. Sorry.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
I need to get this away from my computer. This came with my mouse.
Okay.
Look at her.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake.
Yeah, I know.
You're doing the right thing.
I'm purposely making this
Walk
mistake.
up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break
I need to
them
go
apart.
make
Does
sure I
someone
like
have the key?
on the channel. I put that it was PG-13. I don't think I did. Oh wait, no. I uploaded my first video of 2024 was the first episode of this.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful.
Well,
Whoever locked the
PG-13
princess
guys.
away
PG-13 guys.
intended her to
PG-13.
never see the light of day.
This chick right here, crazy.
The key to her chains somewhere
This
in the cabin.
princess right there.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock
'Cause
sliding.
what I remember from the first episode is he tries to get us to kill her every time, and he like plays cards in his favor instead of ours. So
Is someone else here? You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
dude, she's just gonna bite her wrist off.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with a determination.
Don't look, guys. Don't look.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you. The clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that. Fine. Against your better judgment.
Like, why couldn't we have used our claws
to
just
wound on the princess's arm, just above the
cut
unwielding
through it
chain binding her to this place.
with our fingers?
You cut into her flesh.
You know what I mean?
The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack.
Look at all that.
Her arm.
Just shink.
Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground.
Boop, boop, boop. Ba, ba, ba. That's what I would do to
How is she still
narrator.
smiling
Ba,
after
ba,
everything?
step, step, step.
It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
We won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No. I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
I can't warn her. So I guess it did save.
Okay, there's no going back now. I'm with you to the end. You bring the blade down to strike at the princess's heart. But she's fast. She ducks to the floor.
Yeah, that's...
narrowly grazing her backside.
Okay, yeah, it is different. Okay, we're good.
Now that she's free.
We're good.
We could have gotten out of here together. Were you just lying to me this whole time? I don't know what's come over you, but if I have to kill you, then I'll kill you. Do you think I need both of my arms to do that?
She pounces on you with the same animal ferocity she used to tear through her arm.
Oh.
But you have a weapon. You raise the blade, digging it under her ribs, aiming directly for the heart.
I missed, obviously.
It's not enough to stop her. You feel her claws in your throat.
I noticed she had claws.
Somehow sharp enough to pull apart your flesh and sinew with ease. You collapse to the floor, your body unresponsive as your blood pools on the ground beneath you. She stares down at your ravaged form, eyes shining in the darkness, dress stained in red as her blood and yours both seep into the fabric. If we're lucky, the wound you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, it will kill her before she can reach the outside world. It can't just end like this, right? As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry, but it's over. everything goes dark, and you die.
Yes, I died. I don't know if we've seen this one before or not.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Yeah, that'll work for now.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I wonder what voice we're gonna hear next.
I can assure you that you didn't slay her and that she didn't kill you. People don't just spring back to life after dying, and the two of us are meeting
I'm not a
for
fan.
the very first time.
About the shape and the width of the mouse, but it's okay. It has colors and stuff, so I like it.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Brilliant. We need to keep our cards close to our chest, and I'm not sure we can trust him. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. Did I say I'm not sure we can trust him? Slip of the tongue. Bit of the old brain fog. I meant to say that we should probably head over to the cabin and slay that princess. We already know we can't trust her, so let's get on. Those are two very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. We were just weighing our options in a morally ambiguous situation. You can't blame us for weighing our options. I can if you failed to slay the princess, which you apparently did. So great. Congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We were killed by the princess, and now everyone's right back where they started. Sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died?
Nothing.
Do you think the people there lived happily
Yeah.
ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
I don't think she did any of that. Wait. America.
That's a very good point. This princess character seems like a lot of trouble, and if you think about it, actually slaying her probably breaks us out of this cycle, right? We don't want to be stuck.
If
here,
the series does well, we'll try slaying the princess, but we want to save her.
You're laying it on a little thick, aren't you? Laying it on a little thick? What are you talking about? I'm sharing my honest opinions. What matters is that almost everyone seems to be on the same page. So whenever you're ready, you'll stop dawdling, get to the cabin, and save the world.
Let's go ahead and go. I don't like that this is still there,
Before you go any further,
but that's okay.
she will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. But don't worry, I think we've taken that lesson to heart at this point. You can trust us to get the job done. The interior of the cabin is a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happened to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf. with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Sorry.
You take the blade from the shelf. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
It's unfortunate that I'm not slaying the princess.
Well, if we're grabbing a weapon, we should probably keep it hidden behind our backs. She doesn't have to know we have it. That's not actually a bad idea. You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. Very different. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. A lot's riding on this. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw, waiting to swallow you up into the earth. The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite. But you are. You're a wretched little thing.
People with weird kinks would like this game.
I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
See? She knows us. Is this enough for you to believe what we've been saying? Maybe, but you shouldn't let that cloud your judgment. She's just a princess. As long as you remember that and remain focused, slaying her will be easy. She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation. You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions? Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk? You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess. Fine, fine. You're the boss. Thank you. You descend the basement.
Damn.
Entering
Why she look like that?
Below. You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick.
And there you are. One hand tucked away behind your back, gripping that sharp, sharp blade, no doubt.
I'm gonna cut off your toes. Chop, chop, chop.
That's no fair. How would she know that?
So, we've dropped the pretenses. Good.
She's acting like she already knows you. I guess what you said back in the woods really was true. That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it. So, you really don't remember us, do you? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. You fought us on it back in the woods. That was when the only perspectives we had were yours and mine. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us. Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her. Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy. Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
You can't be serious.
Yet I am.
Now, hold on. We should put this to a vote. The blade is one of our most valuable assets. We can't just give it to her. What if she, as do I? Abstain? You abstain. She's going to kill us if we give it to her. You're going to get everyone killed. You know that, right? But of course you do. You toss the blade at the princess's feet. She eyes it with suspicion before kneeling down to pick it up.
I wouldn't have done that. Why did you?
You hear a clanging of metal against the dirt floor, and the chains fall from the princess's wrist. She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart. It's a shame we just gave her a weapon, because if I were her,
Sorry.
I'd use it on us right now. Luckily for us, you're not her. Oh, we sure think alike, though. I can promise you that. Whatever you say next, you better make it count. She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face.
What do you think happens now?
She pulls back, clearly caught off guard by whatever nonsense you just said to her. I thought it was nice. Whether it's nice depends on if we meant it. We didn't mean it. Did we? If you were lying, we'd all know. But unfortunately, you weren't lying.
What? What do you mean by that? What kind of game are you playing?
The look of surprise that momentarily softened her features vanishes as she steals her nerves. And then she buries the blade in your heart. What? No, come on, that's not right. I told you. This is what she was going to do. Glee dances across her face as you fall to the ground.
I did it. I got you. You...
The princess seems to tremble, her smile fading quickly, replaced with concern. Her nervous eyes brim with tears.
Why? Why did you let me do this?
Can I answer or no?
But you don't have the strength to respond, nor do you have the time. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Hand your power to suspicious.
You're on a path in the woods. I can't believe she actually stabbed us. I told you not to give her the blade. I told you it would come around to bite us. I voted against it.
Be quiet.
Yeah, we know. You already got your I told you so's in while we were bleeding out. I just wanted to make sure that everyone here knows that I was and am on the right side of that argument. Oh, you're far from being on the right side of anything. You're fixated on the past, whereas what you should be is fixated on...
Why is he back, man?
Oh, a visionary. I like it. Tell me more. Gladly, my dear fellow. By cruelly turning on the princess in her moment of vulnerability, we made ourselves an enemy. But by mastering our fear and insecurity and handing over our power, we've begun a journey to something so much deeper. I like journeys. Traveling is a bit of a passion of mine. It makes me so relatable. Now, where are we off to? Well, if we're lucky, it's a journey to love. She hates us. Does she? She hesitated before stabbing us to death. As ridiculous as this guy is, maybe he has a point. I don't know if I necessarily buy into his whole love journey thing, but maybe she won't be as keen to betray us this time. We've already proven to her that we can change, so maybe she'll realise that things don't have to end in violence. You know, maybe you're right. In which case, I suppose the only thing to do is to get back to the cabin and give it another try. Give what another try exactly? You are aware I've been listening to you, right? It makes no difference if we conspire in the shadows or bear our intentions with open hearts. We are breaking your cruel cycle.
Love you.
Whisking her away from freedom. Oh, are you? Great. So you've obviously been here before, since you apparently died at least once. Twice, actually. Sure. Twice. Then I'll spare you the little introduction I had planned. You already know about the princess, and clearly you already know that she's dangerous. So don't muck this up. It's bad enough that this isn't your first time through. It isn't long before you find yourself at the base of the cabin. I think it's clear where everyone stands at this point. I don't know if I'd say everyone. You talking about me? I have a position. It's a good one, too. Ignore him, he's just talking for talking's sake. My position is the only one that matters. The princess is a threat to you. She's a threat to me, and most importantly, she's a threat to the world. You know what you have to do. The interior of the cabin
There's a knife.
is hardly an interior at
There's a
all
mirror.
anymore. The burned-out ruins merely suggest the shape of the structure that once stood here, charred wood still reeking of ash. But beneath it lies the fresh smell of spring growth after rain, the promise of new life in the wreckage of the old.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Be quiet.
The only furniture of note is the crisp shell of what was once a table. A pristine... Wait, this isn't right. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade? We gave it to her last time. She can't still have it, can she? Well, it's not here. And if she has it, let me guess, you want to get all chummy with her. Look, as far as I see it, if it's between him and her, I say we side with the one who has the weapon. It's just the smart thing to do. I wouldn't be so hasty. I'm sure the blade will turn up somewhere. She can't have it. That's not how this is supposed to work. If she does have it, that's all the more reason to put our faith in her. We have already shown her our heart. Now she has to show us hers. Unless her heart tells her to stab us, which doesn't seem unlikely, so yes, I agree. Let's make sure we get on her good side. You step forward and approach the scorched entryway leading to the basement, hesitating before you begin the descent. You know what you have to do. Wipe away the grit from the mirror, and behold our handsome features. It went away when we touched it last time. You reach forward and wave your hand through the hollow entrance leading to the basement. What are you doing? Alas, our fine features remain unseen. We'll just have to trust that she'll find us beautiful as we are. Well, seems like the only way to go is forward, isn't it? Yes, that's where everything tends to be. Let's just put on a good face and have our wits about us. You step through the frame of scorched wood and make your way into the darkness below. The stairs to the basement are covered in a fine layer of gritty ash. The air still feels warm, as if the fires that ruined this place had only recently been extinguished. Yet fresh shoots of thorny branches are already weaving themselves through the soot-covered earth of the walls around you. Their spines point courteously down towards the basement, so you're able to brush past their jagged points with ease, at least on the way down. But you don't. These thorns are an expression of her pain.
I did not mean to do that, sorry.
She's calling out for help.
I did not mean to skip through the rest of that.
Her voice, worn down by pain and suspicion, hobbles up the stairs.
I can't get away from you, can I? You betray me, I kill you, and you come back. You let me kill you, and you come back. I don't know why you let me do that. I don't know what you want from me. I think you know how this goes. I'm down here, and I can't leave. So, come down and talk. It's not like I can stop you.
Continue down the basement stairs, brushing past the smooth edges of thorns that grow more and more plentiful as you make your way forward.
I remember this, like seeing this
Step
picture.
out of what was once a vast open cavern, now overrun by briars and prickles and thistles. The space thick with hostile vegetation.
I did finish watching the video that Juicy did on this, on his channel, Big Juicy from the Boys, and so I remember this. He had this one. But I've gotten a couple ones that like he didn't get, and mixed with some that he has.
Encased in a tight weave of vines is the princess, her bloody, trembling hands clutching a pristine blade.
But the reason why I'm playing it still and uploading it to the channel is because I want to experience it for myself, and not only that, but I've heard about it. I didn't watch anything until any videos on it until I saw Juicy play it, and it intrigued me even more. So.
Did you know this was going to happen to me? Are you here to watch me suffer? Are you here to laugh?
No.
I want to trust you.
Her grip tightens on the blade.
But you're hiding something, aren't you? Why would you help me if you weren't helping yourself?
You're not the only one who yearns for freedom. I'm as trapped as you are. I think we need to leave together.
The princess clutches the blade closer to her chest.
That sounds nice. I'm so tired of the bad blood between us. But it's hard to let it go. You've hurt me.
Her eyes dart away from yours for a brief moment.
And I've also hurt you.
Her eyes briefly meet to the floor. She hangs her head in resignation.
Okay.
You reach towards her bloodied hands, laying your palm on her trembling fingers. For a moment, she clutches it even tighter, her knuckles going white with the effort. But then the tension fades. Her grip finally loosens and she allows you to take the weapon. You carefully pull it free from the thorns, though they scrape at your skin, leaving red trickles of fresh blood all along your arms. She trusts us. She trusts us. Doesn't that set your heart aflutter? Yeah, a little. It could just be nerves. Being this close to her does bring back unpleasant memories, but I don't know, it doesn't feel bad. It feels good. Like we're special to her. We are special to have gained an ounce of trust from a maiden so guarded. Now all that remains is to free her from her bindings. Yeah, let's do it. Let's show her how much both of us have changed. Or, hear me out, slay her. Right here, right now. She's never been so helpless, and if we don't take advantage of that, we may never get another chance. That sounds like a splendid idea. You should listen to him. I see that the lines have been drawn. It's 2 against 1. It's 2 against 2. You don't count. And why shouldn't he count? Because he's clearly not one of us. That doesn't matter. He's been with us the whole time. He should get a say.
So, did you mean it? Or was I a fool to hand my life to you?
I'm gonna turn my webcam off just because I don't like. I'm gonna hide it just because I have a feeling there's gonna be a lot of text here.
Yes, what a good idea. Let's cut her free. Oh, so you're suddenly team free her. You can't just switch sides as soon as we make a decision. I can do whatever I want, and I believe with my whole heart that this is the right course of action. Let's free this princess. Everyone deserves a chance at redemption. Let him join us and be merry. We are all united by our passion. That's right, what he said. We've already given him a chance at redemption. And who says I don't deserve another? I really mean it this time. I'm big enough to admit when I'm wrong. So I want to help you all free her. And I have no problem with that. Welcome to the team. You're one of us now. One of the good guys. You take the blade to the thorny vines imprisoning the princess, and she flinches, relaxing only slightly as the blade slices into the thick vegetation rather than her arm. And she flinches again as the last of the vines is cut away, as if, after all of that, she's still expecting you to turn on her and stab her in the heart. Such a pathetic attempt at distraction and subterfuge. Our blade is a dashing sword, and every dashing sword is an extension of its hero. It won't slip. You're right. He can't even make it slip, can he? He's a bit of a nobody. Good thing I've been on your side of all this since the beginning. The princess falls into your arms, tears streaking down her cheeks. I can't believe you're making me describe this. I hate you.
I know, and I hate you too, narrator.
You actually meant it. You rescued me.
Do you see the way she's looking at us? Kiss her. Kiss her now before the moment ends. Can we actually do that? No, you can't. Absolutely not. You know as well as I do that we can. And we wouldn't want to throw away a chance for a special moment now, would we? If I were only capable of throwing myself off a bridge. Well, are you going to describe our steamy, romantic kiss? You lean in and you kiss her. And and she reciprocates enthusiastically. You kiss. It's done. Are you happy now? Come on now, this is the big moment. You can do better than that. Fine. You and the princess lock eyes and stare deep into each other's souls with all the roaring emotion that comes from letting what once was hatred turn into pure, unbridled passion. Are you making fun of us? And then each of you close your eyes and kiss. Words can describe neither the nuclear fire nor the oceanic depth of your connection. Please. I think he actually likes romance. If history itself were not about to end, historians would document this moment for the rest of time. Musicians would write era-defining ballads, and great artists would expend entire lifetimes trying to merely capture the spark you hold right now. He's making fun of us. It doesn't matter either way, because this is good stuff. I'm aware of my skills. But unfortunately for you, the moment doesn't last forever. You open your eyes, the princess smiles gently up at you. Time for you to damn the whole world to oblivion, I suppose.
True Love's Kiss. Got another achievement.
That was nice.
We got another achievement.
Her hand slips into yours, and the two of you rush to the basement stairs. Shameful, really, that the same thorns that so graciously allowed you downstairs are now blocking your only way out. Please, after all the trials we've been through, do you really think a few measly thorns can stop us? Love is an even more powerful weapon than our blade. We cut through those other vines just fine. They're only thorns. I'm not afraid of getting a few scrapes. I'm not even sure we need to do any cutting. We can just move them out of the way. What a pathetic showing, really.
A few pointy sticks can't keep us down here. We're both meant for so much more than this.
As you swing your blade into the thorns covering the basement stairs, they yield. Both you and the princess ascend the stairs without obstacle. This is unacceptable. The second you step out of this cabin with her, the world ends. Do you hear me? What did the world ever do? Your nightmare is our dream. Whatever world would condemn star-crossed lovers like us to a cycle of violence and despair isn't a world worth saving.
Also, I did not mean to skip his thing, even though I don't like him.
We'll weave something new together. Something better. You and the princess hesitate at the cabin door. This is your last chance. We've already made our decision.
We're finally leaving here together, aren't we? And all we had to do was trust each other. It wasn't easy, but I'm glad we finally could.
Hands clasped, the two of you open the door and step out into a new day. You irredeemable murderers.
What do we do now?
Oh, it's coming back.
Where's everything going? Why is it so cold?
Don't get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now? But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. Yes, I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt. Well, if they think it's bad, I'm with them. Okay. If you say so, we'll trust you. She'll be there waiting for us. I just know it. Finally, we're going places.
You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. I'm got my finger in front of the webcam, even though y'all can't see me. Acting as if I'm touching the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. I've withered. You've withered. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Oh my god, the music. This music gets me every time. Like, even when I sit here and play it, like I did in the first episode, it always got me. It gives me goosebumps. You're at the cabin. Approach her.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again.
I knew I turned off my webcam for a good reason, but God, the voice and the music, I mean, like, I got goosebumps everywhere, and I have my fan on. That's normally when I get them when I get cold, even though it's, like, wintertime, like, technically still, like, this music and this voice, this VA, just,
All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same. This one yearns for connection she feels she doesn't deserve. Even when shown compassion, she hid herself away. She will make for a cautious heart. Do not mourn her. She isn't alone anymore. We will know when we near our destination. Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and tells me new secrets. I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
everything goes dark. And you die. The hero and the princess. Bring the thorn to her.
You're on a path in the woods,
I can skip this.
and you're here to slay her. You make your way up the shore.
I'm honestly not going to sit here do a lot of the dialogue, I don't think. Just make it go by just a tad bit
The
quicker.
interior of the cabin is the blade is your implement.
I'll take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. The door to her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
Why does it sound like she knows me?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
I'll leave this on until it's the end.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
Sadly.
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh.
Then drop the knife.
Bet.
We should. It'll go a long way to building trust with her.
Bet.
Don't you dare.
Bet.
It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Drop it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship. I know. I just said that. Now why are you here to kill me?
Believe me.
And do you think asking me what to believe is going to suddenly make everything crystal clear? Let's not pretend that's going to happen. As far as you're concerned, and as far as they're concerned, I'm going to say whatever I have to get out of here. That's just the dynamic of our situation.
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't...
I'm sorry, everybody. I'll be right back.
Well, we can always put that knife to good use.
I'm back.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right? She is. I'm sure of it. Don't just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
Coochie 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 coo.
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
Sooner or later, you'll understand that I have your best interests at heart. Hopefully sooner.
How sweet.
Now be a pal and help me get out of here, would you? We can figure out how to deal with them after I'm free.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
That would be fine. I can lose an arm.
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be... You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here? You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her
Yeah, but
you were supposed to.
slaying her can't be that easy.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm.
Don't
Just
look.
above them, you cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
He's done it like 3-4 times already. Maybe more, I don't remember.
Watch me. Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it. Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive. The blade. Move the blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
And then she slits your throat. Her face remains unchanged. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark.
And you die. I hope it was
I hope
worth
it was worth
it.
it.
The Prisoner. Have I seen this one before? I don't remember.
You're on a path. You're here to sleep.
Straight to the cabin.
Warning. She will lie. Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink. Did you just say wink out loud? No, I didn't. Wink. Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess. The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison. The The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your You take the blade from the table. Good idea. Much better to be armed than to go in with blind hope alone. You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. There was a mirror a second ago, and now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled. Maybe it'll be back. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
I wonder what visitors she could be referring to. Were we not the first? You walk down the stairs and
Oh, there's a new one.
the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap. Should we be worried about the one around her neck? Why would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
That one doesn't look like it's latched onto her.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease. You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me? Oh, are we acknowledging that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But yeah, I remember.
So you've already been here. As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things. It's complicated things how, exactly? Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion. The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency. A contingency for what? For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else. I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck. If you knew this could happen, why didn't you tell us? All of this is incredibly valuable information. It would have changed our actions considerably. I needed you to be long as I could keep you there. It's important. Necessary, even. And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative. That's pathetic. I never said I wasn't. I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that. Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky. So don't waste that luck by messing it up again. Alright? Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark? The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much. Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that. I won't.
Sorry I'm not talking a lot. It's just that there's a lot of dialect that it's kind of just making me be quiet.
Fine. But you won't get another word from me on the matter. Yeah, sure. We'll see about that. Just give it a rest. This isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming. I don't know, but you could always try it on. Maybe it'll fit.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
Let me borrow that knife. Don't worry, you'll get it back.
That's ominous. But she seems confident. Whatever it is she has planned, I think she knows what she's doing. Oh, please. She's just putting on an act to disarm you. That much should be obvious. In case you need to hear a voice of reason, it would obviously be unwise to give away your only weapon.
But I'm gonna do it anyways.
Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us. So, what should we do? I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons. Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world. And she might use it to kill you. That doesn't sound great. What about the pros? There are none. The pros are that we can't trust him, possibly even more than we can't trust her. Whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
Slide it over.
No, absolutely not. I am not letting you hand your only weapon over to the world-ending princess. Until you come up with any other idea, like,
Good night, Mama.
say, I don't know, doing your job and slaying her, you remain rigidly in place.
Wait.
Smells like cologne. Is that cologne that Kathy gave
I
you?
tried the body spray.
The one that Kathy gave? It smells good.
Yeah. That and my wax warmer. So
Smells
mixture.
So it's good.
Yeah. Good night, Mom.
You tried this last time. Do you want to know how it went for you? Oh, I remember. She killed us, which, by your estimation, ended the world, right? Oh, or he tried to take over my body. Exactly. If I were you, I wouldn't be too keen on repeating your mistake. Hell, a little. Think you got your point across. Fine. You slide the blade across the floor. The princess maintains unsettling eye contact as she reaches down to pick it up.
Thanks.
She pulls up her hair, smiling slightly, as she raises the blade to her throat. What is she doing?
No, we're gonna have to turn on the webcam just to see how this goes. Get my reaction.
She doesn't say another word as she cuts into her own neck. No. Her eyes stare forward, unblinking, as she saws through skin, veins, cartilage. At last she reaches bone, the blade grinding audibly against her vertebra as it continues to slice its way through her neck. I'll be damned. She's actually doing your job for you. Why would she do that? Huh. So that's her play. Killing herself? She isn't dead yet. Finally, you hear a snap. Her eye twitches. There's an uneasy silence. She remains motionless for a long moment, her twitching eye the only movement in the room, until at last it stops in an unsettling half-wink. Her head twists slowly to the side, flopping to her shoulder, and her neck opens. The remaining tissue is not enough to hold the weight of her severed head. It stretches and tears until finally it falls to the floor. Oh no, oh no, what did we do? Can we put it back? Please tell me we can put it back. The princess's eyes stare up at you. Dead. Congratulations. You saved the world. Are you sure she's not winking at us? Obviously not. She is thoroughly deceased. I hate this. Can we just get out of here now, please? Of course, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to your reward. We should take her with us, don't you think? What? No, you shouldn't do that. Why would you do that? I can think of lots of reasons. A trophy, proof of our victory. Hell, we could even give her a proper burial. She did save the world, right? You don't need proof, you don't need a trophy, and she doesn't deserve a burial. Just leave. Even after all that, you're still not satisfied, are you? Something is still motivating you to keep things the way you want them. I'm just eager to put this all behind us and give you your reward. Stop reading into things.
Turn my
The danger has passed.
headphones back up.
You can relax. I'm just keeping myself sharp. I'm not so eager to put my guard down. I am. I'm on team, let's put this all behind us. So can we leave already? Ugh, fine. You pick up the princess's severed head, its neck stump still oozing bodily fluids. Then make your way back upstairs to the first floor of the cabin. Did you see that? I could have sworn she moved. She didn't. She's dead. But what if she's not? Are you listening to yourself? Do I need to explain to you why decapitation is lethal? The door to your bountiful reward is right in front of you. All you have to do is open it. You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is... Wait, no, that's not right.
Well played.
This is the end of the world, isn't it? I always thought I'd at least have time to explain myself before I had to watch it happen. It's already...
We saved her?
Over? Is he gone? But we're still here. Maybe it wasn't the end of the world after all. Maybe it was just the end of his.
Thanks for carrying me up take it on faith that you would know what to do. I'm glad I was right to trust you.
We freed her.
This is the outside. Maybe it's just my lack of body, but it's colder than I expected.
The achievement up here is saying we freed the prisoner. But you don't get the chance to respond. No. But you do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
Where did she go? Should we try and find her? Where's that mirror up there? Why is it here? Why now? But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear. Okay. If you say so, we'll trust you. Feels too good to be true.
You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach for. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've unraveled. That's bone. And webcam goes bye-bye. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You are at the cabin.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. You're supposed to be there. Do you know what we'll find out there? Rhetorical. I am not rhetorical. I have only known these spaces, and I have known flickers of the lives you've brought me. Short and violent and full of passion. But all of those flickers end where the long quiet begins. I'm asking you because I cannot know your mind. Do you know what we'll find out there? There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last. This one is cold and cynical. She has protected herself when others could not. She will make for a clever heart. Do not mourn her. She doesn't need to be protected any longer. One, whatever you bring me next will be enough, and then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular, a final multitude.
Oh my god, we're about to end the game and we're only an hour and 24 minutes into the recording. Or at least saving her.
No, her thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond? I am on the cusp of my awakening. Perhaps you are on the cusp of yours.
I don't think, no, y'all can't tell because the lighting's terrible, but the hairs on my arm are sticking up.
You've already tried waiting, but I understand.
This might take me to my home. It might take me to my desktop. And I'm gonna turn down
Each of us will
my headset.
finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
Everything goes dark, and you die. This is the last vessel, guys. The hero and the princess. Bring the prisoner's head to her. I knew it was a good idea.
You're on a path. You're here to slay. You make your way up the short path.
We're skipping a lot of his dialogue. I don't care. LOL.
The interior of the cabin blade is. You take the.
And here's the sinister music.
The door to the basement creaks open. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. Don't let it fool you. It's all part. Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs. She's so cold. Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something? That giant knife you're holding kind of gives it away, doesn't it?
The blade. Of course she doesn't want to talk. Who'd want to have a conversation at knife point? We should drop it. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do. The blade tumbles out.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just...
Against your better judgment, we'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship. Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
Dang, got me there.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
Yep.
You know why you're here. Have to.
Sorry.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even
I'm guessing you don't have the key.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked.
Well, you do have that big, sharp knife. You could always cut me out of here.
I'm not skipping hers because I like the VA for her.
She speaks with almost complete non. If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant. You attempt to make your way out. Is someone else here? You make your way back. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You got it, boss.
Like what happened. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make she didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the prince. How is she so composed?
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let us the princess approach. Wait, this isn't fair. Watch me.
Of course, won't let me.
Bring the blade down and plunge it into the princess's back. Finally. Okay. There's no going back now. The Though the blade left a deep gash in her shoulder, she barely so much as flinches, turning around to stare at you incredulously.
Are you serious? I don't know what came over you, but if we're doing this, I guess I'll have to kill you. Do you think I need both of my arms to do that? I can beat you to death with one.
And she's gonna beat me to death with one.
But I don't have to tell you that. I'll go ahead and show you.
As the blade falls from your trembling hands, the princess rears back, readying a bone-shattering haymaker. On your knees, barely able to process the ringing in your ears before she hits you again. Every blow is as punishing as the first. You feel bones shatter with every impact, unknown ruptures blossoming with blood somewhere inside of you. If we're lucky, the wound you manage to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, we'll kill her before she gets out.
Oh, too weak to even try fighting back. How disappointing.
She places a confident heel on your chest and pushes you down to the ground. Her knee falls to your throat, your windpipe crushed beneath a weight you didn't think her slight form could possibly possess.
Oh, I knew.
It can't just end like this, right?
Oh, I knew she could do this.
I'm sorry, but it's everything goes dark. And you...
The tower. The tower.
You're on a path. You're here to...
No.
A warning. She will lie. We might as well just pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending we're capable of doing anything in this situation. She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us.
I think he's new. Or at least we heard him like at least once in the first episode if he's not.
Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge? I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic. You're being annoying. Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included. I agree. If she's wrongfully imprisoned, then we should rescue her, but if he's telling the truth, we shouldn't just hand her the world on a silver platter. Rescue her? Given the stakes of the situation, there isn't really a difference between rescuing her and pledging yourself to her. So please, try to ignore both of those knuckleheads and focus on saving the world. Let's not make... If that's what you want, I guess I don't have a say here.
Swing open one last time.
The interior of the cabin is larger and more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your... Why do we feel so small?
We're about to find out why. I think I know why.
We don't feel small. We are small. You take the blade from the altar. Walk up to the wall next to the basement. What are you talking about? You reach forward and rub your... We should count ourselves lucky. Some things are better left unseen.
I was just trying to skip dialogue. Sorry if you guys wanted to hear it.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. This is actually kind of nice. It's still a staff basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
Hell yeah.
Kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time. She wants us to see her. We need to see her. Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago, you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there. It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions.
The music, bro.
Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond. The princess towers over you.
Oh my
almost
God.
glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall. The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants. You brought that knife again, even though you know it's useless. Such charming audacity. Drop it.
The blade slips from your fingers and clatters uselessly to the floor. We didn't have to do that, and yet you did. She's so much more than us. You wouldn't understand what it feels like to be in her presence. Oh, I understand what's going on, and you'd better snap yourself out of it.
Kneel.
We're kneeling.
On her command, you fall to the floor, knees painfully connecting with hard stone.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk?
I love how we're I mean, we are. I guess we are a bird, so. But that's a Dommy mommy right there.
The last time we met, you tried to kill me. And here you are again, trying to succeed where you've already catastrophically failed. What draws you back here beyond the empty halls of death? Speak.
The last time we met, nobody should have met her before this. You should be the first. You're the only one I'd trust to deal with her.
Then you shouldn't have trusted us. There was nothing we could do to stop her then. And there's nothing we can do to stop her now.
He's being melodramatic, but yeah, we've been here before, and she absolutely destroyed us. What are we even supposed to do to stop her? That's worrying. Whatever you do, don't tell her why you're here. It's best not to. You weak-willed buffoon.
Is that so?
The princess closes her eyes in contemplation.
Something about that thought wraps itself around my heart. It feels like a fundamental truth to my being that I'd somehow forgotten.
Good. I'm glad I got you to remember.
The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new. And the world as it is now is overdue for alterations. It's time for me to seize my destiny. And you, little bird, will help me seize it.
She's inevitable. There's nothing else for us to do but help her. Maybe she'll be nice to us.
Your will was so easily broken. Am I that magnificent?
Yes.
All you need to do now is break my chain.
Say less.
If this is what you want, then I guess there's not much else for me to say. No, you can't just give in to her. Not when the stakes are so high. Not when you're so close. I won't let you do this.
There's still something in the way. A greasy film inside of you where it doesn't belong. Trying to conceal you from me.
Yep.
Is that a person? No. It used to be a person. It's something different now.
Guys, look.
Echo.
Guys, look. The hands. The hands. They're in the mirror. They're on the The stained glass mural.
Is she talking about you? That's impossible. She's not supposed to be able to interact with me.
You're a small one, aren't you? A shriveling little worm stretched beyond its limits, trying to control things that it can't understand.
No. What are you talking about? I'm just...
I don't care what you are. You're mine.
Yes, ma'am.
Ah!
Rise, my little bird.
Without hesitation, you're brought to your feet.
Oh my god, that just gave me more cold chills. They're talking in unison now.
Break my chains.
And how are we supposed to do that? All we have is a blade. All you need to do is believe it's been done. Her chains shatter, and the cuff falls from her wrist. She is loose, and the end is upon us.
What a good disciple you are. Come, it's time for us to leave.
You're being surveyed. You pledge loyalty to your better. Wait, so she just gets snatched now? But you do not take her hand, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go?
Should we try and find her?
There's that...
Mirror again. Why is he here?
Why now?
Why now?
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. I don't want to look at us. Okay. If you say so. A mercy.
What am I gonna be now? I've been withered. I've been like bones. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Yes. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You're nothing at all. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze, and then you see it, a figure, faint and veiled in shadow, just beyond the reflection. Are you me?
You know what
Oh, you bitch. Crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting it, the image and glass in two. And then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. So you're the narrator. I was wondering, something like me. If you're not me, I have so many questions.
I'm aware, and if I were you, I'd be more precious about your time. The narrator. Yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all. An objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far. I'm an echo, likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me. No, I'm not a part of you. But that's all a matter of perspective, isn't it? From one vantage point I must seem wholly foreign, but from another, well, All the versions of me that have existed have collectively heard your every thought and driven your every action. If that isn't being part of you, then what is?
Wow, there's so many.
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can.
So she's a real person? Like she's a person, or?
So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. This isn't the end just yet. You can still destroy her and save everyone. You were made to do this single task, and you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone. Yes, you will, but it will all be worth it. Because among other things, she is death itself. To rid the world of suffering, to save untold trillions from being lost forever to the cosmic wind, she must be destroyed. When I broke the cycle, I made sure that the tear was rough. You carry a part of what should be her, and she carries a part of what should be you. Things won't be as they are now, but they won't be nothing either. Besides, anything is better than oblivion. In the end, nobody wants to leave. Nobody alive has done anything to you. I'm all gone. But if you and the princess want to smite the rest of them for the crimes of a dead man, if you really want to be that petty, there isn't much I can do to stop you. You were either going to have seen all this, or you weren't going to have seen all this. This is worse, but you still have an opportunity to save the world. You can still slay her.
Yeah, but like, I really don't know if I want to. Not only because like I'm trying to save her in this run, but it's like he's also betrayed me. Run out of questions.
Are you lying? I can't tell. But I've said my piece, and my time is up.
Sorry, I had to cough.
It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
Oh crap. The long quiet. All of this is you. Hold on. As the final fragments of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. You're the long quiet, a vast and nascent god, and it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin one last time. A dominant vessel bring the tower to her. When you arrive at the heart of things, there's no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There's nothing for you to find. I have goosebumps right now. What? She's beautiful.
Finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
Hold on. She unfurls an endless cascade of smiles in response and then patiently waits for you to continue. What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes.
What?
So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation? My very nature is paradox, as is yours. You cannot use words to grasp at things that are beyond their reach, and you cannot rationalize that which defies logic. But violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it. You become nothing. A black hole of self-loathing fed by the matter of your restless thoughts. You are terrified of a power so far beyond you that it strips
Maybe I should have
you
just
from your every
left.
action. But at the feet of that power, the dark parts of you cannot help but burn away. Your inadequacies reduced to cinders by the blazing light of the divine. When I proclaimed my godhood and presented you with a place by my side in my new creation, you gladly took it. Without me, there is no future to look towards. It is hope that carves meaning into consciousness.
I don't like my sleeve like being all up in my armpit like that.
My threads, like yours, are unbroken. She is me as much as I was her. To question everything is to deny proof of the reality that lies in front of you. To live alone within the caverns of your mind is to trap yourself in them forever. But you did not live alone. You found me, and we held trust in each other for no reason than to believe in something that wasn't us. Cold skepticism turned to liberation, but it required a journey to blossom. Though you have blossomed, do you have no more journeys left to make? What of those in the spaces beyond? Would you erase the path ahead to hold everyone still? Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear those words. The final peace lies with you.
You've fallen to yourself. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation. You feel sensation in your limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here, except for her, is you. You feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonized tension to a finite plane. You can feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not yield. Dude, I just got goosebumps. At once, the unyielding tension breaks. That's an acid trip and a half. You are free, and she is with you.
It's magnificent.
It's magnificent. There are no words, no thoughts to describe absolute reality, something that simply is. What happens now?
Everything. Just like it always has been. And just like it always will be.
Step into the infinite. You and she step toward into 1,000 dawns and 1,000 sunsets, each of which contains 1,000 more. You exist, and you are aware, just as you have always been, and just as you will always be. Though conflict is in your nature, the two of you will never be alone, and the two of you will never know fear. You and she are finally home. There are no endings, only new beginnings. Did we save her? Thanks to our little creatures, Wednesday the snake, Spoons the cat, and Nubs the small monster, the Axolotl. Ours finished the game. The good ending doesn't count. Thank you so much for playing. As an expression of our gratitude, here's the track order for a special playlist just for you. If you'd like to take a screenshot, you can. Hide the UI by hitting H. So that was the good ending, guys. Give me a second to hide display capture real quick. The nice, beautiful music's gonna go away. Oh, is it? No, it's not. There we go. Let's see, Steam. I looked right at Steam, and then just was like, where's Steam at? Played this game for 3 hours. DLC is just the soundtrack and wallpapers, so I had to look at that real quick. But I can show display capture. It should show Steam. Yeah, it shows Steam. So as you see right here, finish the game. Good ending doesn't count. So that was the good ending. Let's go through all these achievements that we have unlocked. Your level set you free, romantic haze, sing ourselves, attempt to outwait your destiny. That was when it closed the game on episode 1. Bring the damsel to her. The real slay the princess starts here. You know when you see it, that's when we got the mirror. I've grown. Oh, this is when she like split into like 5 different people and like fractals. Stranger. Hand your power to a suspicious character. I kissed her. So this was today. This is when I gave her the knife. This is when I kissed her. out of 97 achievements for this game, guys. All right. Oh, this is if we. Okay. I don't know. We'll might come back and. I mean, we'll find some of these out because I'm gonna do another playthrough. It's just in a few, just when I can, after we see how this episode does. But I don't know this one. I think I know this one. Master Water and Steel. Master yourself and vanquish a sharp foe. Prisoner of the mind. Become your own jailer. That's if I decided. Pick up a hitchhiker. Monolith of Fear, so it hides behind her mask. The Point of No Return, A World of Terror. Wow, there's a lot. The good ending, you did it, you saved everyone. So I didn't get the good ending, but I finished the game and I saved her, it looks like. Oh, I think this is if I just leave. That's if I leave her. Fake my death. You don't know what you're doing. Freeze. $23. Slay the princess. So I'm gonna say that we freed her, if you want me to be honest. So I mean, that was some intense stuff, especially when she cut her own head off. I'm glad I took her head, though, because it got us somewhere. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm hoping to come back to this again in the future. And try and slay her, get the locked achievements that are here, and then the 23 hidden achievements. So, be formless and shapeless. Allow Sharpfoot to vanquish yourself. So, yeah. Let's see. But, yeah, no. I want to see community up. We're going to go to here. I know I'm still recording, but I just want to see. Oh, look at that. Yeah, there's a lot we haven't seen. Alright, I want to figure out how to... Oh, discussions. Maybe if I do discussions. No, I won't do that to myself. All right, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this 2-episode series that we have going on as of right now for Slay the Princess. There's a lot we haven't seen, and I'm really excited to get back into this game, get back into making content. Just been really burnt out. And I mean, it's my Christmas break ends on the 9th. I go back to college on the 10th, but I just felt burnt out. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully, I'm back with a stream on the Twitch PO Lifestyle TTV or with another video other than this on the 2.0 or 1.0 YouTube channel. And I'll see you guys hopefully in the next episode of Slay the Princess, where we try and slay her and get all the other achievements, or in another episode video or something. I'll see you guys in late. Oh, wow, I can't even speak because I'm so shocked by the ending. I'll see you, ladies and gentlemen, later. Peace out.